Good morning, everybody. God bless you. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Um, so this particular prophetic dream, this is really an interesting dream, an unusual dream, but I believe it is definitely for destiny helpers. And I'll tell you why in just a second. So in this dream, I found myself communicating with a guy. And although I've never met this guy before, I find myself in a frantic conversation on my behalf. And I'm trying to get somewhere. And I'm trying to reach this destination. And I have to be there pronto. Like I'm timed to get there at an appropriate time. I can't even tell you what destination I was going to arrive because I don't know. I wasn't even shown that in the dream. But I knew that I had somewhere to go and be. So as I saw this gentleman, it was like a mutual thing. It was almost as if like he was, he knew what his assignment was. So the best way I can describe it is we just met up at the same time. And I told him I needed to be somewhere. And he gladly obliged, like no hesitation. He was in a company vehicle though. He just got off of work and he was in his company company vehicle that he uses for work. And so he gladly took me to this location that I needed to be at. And after that scenario, it went into another scenario. So someone found out, let's say it was a coworker, because I really don't know who found out, but I'm just assuming it might have been a coworker that found out that he gave me a ride. So immediately, a meeting was held. And I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget. And so this good-hearted man, of course, he got me to my destination. And for some reason, I was made to show up at this meeting that was being held against me. And to my shock and surprise, I found out at this meeting that I was being persecuted. The fingers were being pointed against me. A big meeting at this hotel, this lavish hotel. This room, I would call it a banquet room. The meeting was being held against me in the dream. And so as they were pointing fingers at me and persecuting me for accepting the ride, because they dealt with the guy too. It was just, I felt that in the dream, even though I didn't see it. They would have had to have dealt with him. But immediately as they were attacking me, I threw my hands up in the air and I started praising the Lord. And the presence of the Lord, just getting in the presence of the Lord and praising the Lord immediately in front of my enemies. So all of a sudden, God showed up in the room and he began to publicly shame, convict, arrest these demonic spirits. And all of a sudden, the people became embarrassed and ashamed of their actions, and they immediately retreated. They immediately retreated and refrained from attacking me, and they sided with their employee for the good deed that he had done. And so the revelation I got from this dream was that some of you have destiny helpers that are supposed to help you, but meetings are being held against against you, but they don't want the destiny helper to help you. So it's really the devil trying to stop what God is trying to do in your life, because there's something that they need to bring to your life. There's something that they need to help you to get ahead, maybe spiritually, or there's something that God has for your life, and they have the keys or the answers to that. It doesn't matter what it is that they need to bring to you as a destiny helper, but it's almost in a sense like they're being fought too, because if the meeting is being held against you, the meeting would also be held against your destiny helper. So it's almost like in a sense where you're being, where people are persuading you not to do something. It's like that. And so this is a caution of warning that maybe you should pray for your destiny helper. Pray that God would intervene. But my guess is that God is already intervening, that He is going to intervene in the situation anyways, based upon this dream that I had. Because all I did was throw my hands up in the air and praise the Lord. So really all you have to do is pray, praise the Lord, thank Him for victory, thank Him for your destiny helpers coming into your life. And it's just as simple as that. So I don't know who this word is for. And so it might be even a word for me, but definitely God has been speaking to me a lot about various different messages, and this is definitely one for me to share. So for whoever you are, if you feel like you're being attacked, like there's a meeting being held against you behind your back, you might be right. You might not be crazy about this, about what God is showing you or telling you in your spirit. Or He may be just speaking directly to you and telling you this is what's going on. Very, very interesting dream. I've never dreamed anything like this before in my life. So, on that note, whoever this word is for, I pray that you would receive this word with gladness, caution, and warning in Jesus' mighty name. And so, on that note, that is the message. God bless you. Shalom.